Hey guys, welcome to the show. Today we're going to be checking out Z Image Turbo. Now Z Image Turbo is a state-of-the-art image generation model. Now what I love about this guy, check it out right there. It says its license is Apache 2.0, which means it can potentially be used for commercial use. So I say potentially because I have no idea what this state of AI image generation means, but the model itself can be used for commercial purposes. But yeah, that's all I know so far. But the great thing about it is it runs, the results are amazing. I built a dedicated app for it so you can run on Mac OS, and just look at it. It's like a lion on an elephant, a kid in space, epic view of that. Trillions of generations. Looks like a professional poster happening right there, and it's all using Z Image Turbo. So we're going to be checking out the quality of the results that comes through, and it's really fast, this model. So if you guys have used Qwen image before, that guy requires a lot of processing, takes quite a bit to generate an image, but Z Image Turbo is within a few seconds the generations are made. Now there are some requirements. It does require a GPU with over 32 gigabytes of RAM. Now we can quantize the model to make it smaller. Out of the box, I haven't done that. I'm just using the big model itself. So that's what I'm going to be demonstrating to you. But in future versions, we're going to be showing you how to quantize it and run it a lot faster on your systems. So I'm going to jump into xCreate. So xCreate right here. It's a really cute line. So if you want to get it, it's actually on the App Store right now. Look at that, 84th in the chart. It was actually in the top 50 earlier. But yeah, so you can create anything. That's the idea. And it's private and offline. And it's got trillions of generations. So what you'll find out, and I'll show you with it, sometimes when you make a generation, it can be sometimes off. So if you just increase the amount of generations you make, you're going to find a good quality sample. So for example, here with this, I went ahead and said a lion typing on a MacBook Pro. And as you can see, that is a beautiful lion, but that's human hands. So this prompt generated this image. It's a beautiful image, but it's not what I wanted. So I tried it again, a lion typing MacBook Pro. Again, same sort of results. So instead, I changed the prompt slightly, but I said a lion type in a MacBook Pro, and I said the number of generations. I said I wanted to make 10 of them, and it went ahead and made a bunch of them right there. And that one's actually really cool. That's very artistic. The lions outside of the MacBook Pro, very stylish. That guy's kind of humanly hands are in front right here. Beautiful hands over there, lots of generations. Sometimes you'll find it a bit off, like for example, human hands of a lion looking over here. So the idea is to get the perfect image, you want to make multiple generations. Now with this application, xCreate, you can have, I think, 18 quintillion variations. I mean, I don't think there's that much pixels in it. So let's just say trillions of variations per prompt. So you can just hit random and it will come up with a new image just based on the same prompt. So to get started with this, you want to get xCreate, you want to go into models, and then you click on Hugging Face, and it asks you if you want to use Stable Diffusion or Z Image Turbo. Stable Diffusion, I've just put that in there for a stopgap for users who have 8 gigabytes RAM or less, whereas Z Image Turbo is the one you want to use. So if you click on Z Image Turbo and just click on Downloads, it will go ahead and start downloading the model over to your Downloads folder. So I've set my Downloads folder to Hugging Face image, but you can go choose any directory on your computer to download it to. Once you've got it downloaded, you just go into the Images tab, and let's do something, let's say YouTube video about AI image generation. And I'm going to make one generation. I've got Z Image Turbo selected, and you can choose a random variation over here. I'll just let you choose that one, and I'm going to make one generation over here. It's going to go ahead and load the model, and it's going to take about 10 seconds or so to actually generate that image. Now, what I like doing with this application is I like setting the number of generations to at least 10, and that way I just leave the computer alone, and when I come back, I've got 10 images to pick from. But let's just see what happens over here. We're just running it live. I'm going to fire up Activity Monitor, and this is running on my MacBook Pro. This is the M4 Max, and we can see that xCreate helper is taking up 27 gigabytes of RAM, and it's processing the image. It's going really fast, so we're at 40% over here. Still 27 gigabytes of RAM, so it's very, very doable on systems if you've got more than 32 gigabytes. But again, if you've got less than that, don't worry, I'm going to be adding quantization. So you'll be able to still generate images and it'll generate a lot faster, but the quality might not be as 100% as it is. So as you can see right here, it's generated an image and it's got two monitors, which is really cool because I've got two monitors over here and they're doing some sort of AI image generation. And this is just one image. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bump generations up to 2. I'm going to do the exact same prompt and we'll see the kind of variations that you get. So it does cache all of the images you produce locally. You can set it to temporary. So if you set that one, it sets temporary conversation and it won't save anything. And the next time you run the application, it will delete all the old images. But the good thing about caching all the images is that if you do use the same prompts and use the same variation, it won't reprocess it. It will just reuse the cached version. So things will be a lot faster. So it's already generated one and it's regenerated that first one. Now, of course, this user interface will get improved. This is just the first version. See if I can get through the App Store. So when I tried submitting this app through the App Store, it took about maybe a month of negotiation with them. I got 15 messages going back and forward. They were pretty much just calling me a spam application because there's other image generation apps out there. And I just had to produce evidence to them that the other image generator apps, they were 100% subscription requirement. So you couldn't even use any image generation without paying a subscription. This one is free to use. There is a tiny watermark which you can just crop out. There's a subscription option there. It's just to remove the watermark, but you can easily crop out just a tiny bit of watermark. It's not that hard, and you can have more generations. But all the other applications that were on the list, one, they were cloud-based, and there was one local one, but you use Stable Diffusion, which is non-commercial use. So any of the output from that, you can't use it. No applications out there supported Z-Image Turbo from the App Store from the moment of when I did the search. So I produced the evidence, they accepted it, and then they said, what about parental controls? And I said, yes, in the settings page. So then they found the parental controls and then they said, okay, it's spam still. And I said, but you just accepted it. And then they said, oh yeah, we did. And then they allowed it. So it took quite a bit of negotiation. And again, we got the second image generation here and the quality is just gorgeous. I got to say, so Z-Image Turbo. And if you don't want, you want to use the application, if you want to get your app from without the App Store, you can run the Python scripts that they provide on their Hugging Face. You just have to do a few tweaks to make it work for Mac. Or there is a very, very popular application called Comfy UI. It's not on the App Store because it requires a lot more permissions and stuff, but it's very, very powerful, that application. So you can consider using that one as kind of like a node-based graph. Maybe it's a bit too complicated for my use cases. With me in this application, it's more for my wife. She wants to do a children's book for her daughter, our daughter. So she's loving this. She's just making all these cute little pages for her and she's just up and running. So that's my case over here. And I will be building on this application. I'll be adding in more state-of-the-art models. I'll be adding video generation, audio generation, all this media generation. Anything that's creative is going to go straight into this application. So check it out, xCreate.com. I'll show you some of the other images we made. So the last video we were doing Olmo. So we did Elmo versus Olmo, the ultimate LLM challenge. And I made this gorillas, just a banana and two gorillas fighting each other. So two gorillas stand opposite skyscrapers, throwing a banana at each other. Beautiful quality image. A Terminator holding a French flag. Beautiful quality image. A lion piloted a helicopter. So I made 10 generations for this. So if you look at this generation, you see that the lion is there and he's kind of like just it's not correct. But because I made 10 variations of the prompt, this one was a good one. That one's a very, very creative use of placement of the lion. This one went wrong and this was a good one. This one is still good. This still good. Beautiful images, and this is all just based off one prompt, lion piloting a helicopter. So when you are using this application, just if you don't get the right result, just change the variation and you will get a good result, because Z-Image Turbo is amazing. So a fashion poster, so just a test image over here, made a fashion poster with Australian models, just looks beautiful out of the box. Stock photos, so lots of variations of stock photos, just little tweaks of the variations. I got most epic photos ever. So this one over here, UFO. So this one was also good. I wanted to do a poster of X-Files I wanted to leave. So I wanted to recreate that kind of image. So I just gave 10 different variations for making that poster. And all of the results are just, I mean, maybe that one's a bit off. It's got UF in there. You can improve on the prompt. It uses Qwen 4B under the hood for prompt embedment so you can even use a larger one. All that stuff. We'll be adding all these trinkets in the future, but for now, it just out of the box, it just looks gorgeous. So I've got a poster for xCreate over here, made it over there, surfing with a shark. So there's just so many good images. That one's a bit maybe too red around here. A baby elephant in space. This one was using stable diffusion because I needed to make sure that it works on lower gigabyte computers. So it also works with stable diffusion. This one's Z-Image Turbo, and it just made a comic strip. This is just saying a 4-panel comic strip, panel 1. And if you do use other services, for example, there's a great service called xField AI. They also have all of the models, cloud-based service. You pay around like $50 a month, and they also publish their prompts. So if you're looking for inspiration, you can always go there, get some prompts. You can do it publicly on using their services. That means you can do it without stressing out your computer. Or if you do want to run it locally, you can do that as well using the system as well. So let me know what you guys think of xCreate and especially Z-Image Turbo. If there's any specific image generation or media generation or video generation or audio generation, just generation stuff, I'm going to be building this out. Just let me know in the comment section below, and hope you guys found this video useful and enjoyed the show. Oh, this is beautiful. Look at that. This is like spaceships. It's gorgeous.